I've been feeling so.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So I just want to preface this video by saying that I used to feel embarrassed or a lot of shame for not being able to run a mile continuously without having to stop and walk within the first mile. I would cramp up really bad, or I just didn't have enough stamina to run the entire mile. While I think it's good to push yourself, I also think that it's super important to not put too much pressure on yourself to do things just because you feel like that's what everybody else can do. With all that being said, I have been walking and stuff with my mom during quarantine and our dogs, and I eventually started picking up the pace and started running some of those walks, and we usually walk about 3 miles a day, and I started being able to run the entire first mile without stopping. And I just want to say that it's a gradual process, and if you are trying to get more into running, to not be too hard on yourself in the very beginning and just kind of do what your body can handle, because it doesn't really matter what everybody else is doing, it matters what you're doing. Today is Monday, June 15th, and I am going to try to run a mile every single day for the next 7 days and just see how I feel each day, how fast my time is, I suppose. Not that your time is super important, how you feel is the most important thing, but I just think it would be interesting to see if I get faster throughout the week or if my body gets more drained and I get slower throughout the week. I guess we'll see together. I think it'd be kind of fun to sprinkle some tips that I've learned about running along the way throughout this video. So I think that my first tip would be to find a podcast or podcasts that you really enjoy listening to and only listen to them when you run, because it will kind of condition you into enjoy running, because you get to listen to your favorite podcasts if you go on a run. A sweaty toe right now. In hindsight, it probably wasn't the smartest idea for me to go on a run at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Texas summer day, since it was 95 degrees outside, but nonetheless, I completed it. However, I did struggle. My Apple Watch stopped recording right after my first mile. It was like 12 minutes and some amount of seconds. I ran that entire mile, and then I noticed at some point that my Apple Watch stopped recording, so I had to start a second workout, and it was this amount of time, whatever it says up here. I didn't run the entirety of this amount though. I just ran some parts of it and walked some parts of it because I was literally dying. I am going to go jump in the pool and cool my muscles off because I am still overheating. You guys, it's been quite a while since I got back from my run. When I was about half a mile away from my house, I was walking past a field and I saw a little puppy in the field all by itself, so I went and knelt down beside it, tried to get it to come to me. She came right to me, I picked her up. She literally is a puppy, she still has baby teeth, and so I just scooped her up and I took her home with me. I walked the last half of a mile to my house. I took her to a vet to see if she was microchipped. She was not. I took pictures of her. I'm posting her all over Facebook and stuff, trying to find her owners. Today was not a typical run because of the whole puppy situation. I'll put my stats on the screen right here. I think I ended up running and walking a little less than 3 miles. My first mile I did run the whole thing, and it was about the same time as yesterday, 12 minutes and 32 seconds I think is what it was. So not very fast, but at least I ran it. That's all that matters. But yeah, today was an eventful day. I got to go for a run and I got to save a puppy, so. Time for day 3. Oh my god, she's got the zoomies. Word of advice, don't eat Chick-fil-A before you go on a run. I waited an hour and a half and I'm still cramping. You'd think that yesterday would have taught me that it's not good to run after dinner, but here I am, doing it again for the 2nd day in a row. I didn't even really want to go on a run today. My body felt really drained and tired, but I thought I would just give it a try, and if I didn't feel like running, I would have just walked. But today ended up being my fastest time this week so far, so I feel like that just kind of proves that even if you don't feel like doing it, at least just try and see where it can take you. My legs are very tired today, but let's get started with day 5. Hello you guys, so last time I filmed it was Friday and today is now Sunday. So I skipped yesterday, which was Saturday. My body really just needed a break, and also it was raining really bad, so I couldn't really go run outside. But the weather is better now. I'm going to go for a really short run today. I think I'm only gonna do a mile and then come back because it's Father's Day and we're having Father's Day dinner, so why does my voice sound like that? Anyways, it's gonna be a short run today, but it's gonna be a mile nonetheless. I'm pretty sure my Apple Watch is gonna die on this run because I didn't charge it and it's only at 11%, but I'm hoping that it doesn't so that I can keep track of the time of this run. Guys, I just ran my fastest mile so far this week, or maybe ever. I'll have to look back at my times, but it was 11 minutes and 20 seconds. That's like a whole minute less than what I've been running, so. The humidity in Texas is no joke, you guys. I am disgustingly dripping. I really didn't think it was gonna be possible today, you guys, because it's been storming so bad all day, but the sky cleared up. I had my chance and I just completed my 7th day of running a mile non-stop. I'm so excited. So I officially completed running a mile every single day for 7 straight days. Well, except for the Saturday that I skipped, but it was raining, so it was kind of out of my control. I couldn't really go run outside. I feel great. I'm really proud of myself for doing it. I know that my times aren't very fast by a lot of people's standards, but it's just nice to kind of hold yourself accountable to a goal, which mine was just running the mile for 7 straight days. I didn't have a lot of pressure on myself to do it super fast or try to get faster throughout the week, but I actually ended up getting a little bit faster throughout the week. Day 1, it was 12 minutes and 25 seconds. Day 2 was 12 minutes and 28. Day 3 was 12:55, which was my slowest day. And then day 4 was 12:12. Day 5, 12:11. Day 6 was 11 minutes and 15 seconds, which was my fastest day. And then day 7 was 11 minutes and 37 seconds. So I thought initially at the beginning of the video that my legs would get tired and I would get slower throughout the week, but I actually got faster. And I'm just really proud of myself that I actually stuck to this goal of mine and completed it. It does something for your self-confidence when you achieve a goal that you've set for yourself. So if you've been interested in running but you're too scared to start, I totally understand. I was there. I used to think that I was so slow I couldn't even run an entire mile. I would walk most of it, but the more that I put into it, the more that I got out of it. So I also thought it might be interesting to just tell you the total amount of miles that I ran in those 7 days. So I ran 16.81 miles, which was about 2.5 miles a day. I don't think running every single day is a very realistic thing that I can do in my life. I just know that if I say that I'm going to do that, I won't, and then I'll be disappointed in myself for not doing it. So I think a more realistic idea for me for running would be to run maybe Monday through Friday, a couple miles a day, and then give myself the weekends off. That way I'm still running, but I'm not kind of forcing myself to do it when I don't want to or when I would rather be hanging out with friends and family in a non-corona world. This also was just something really nice to take my mind off of everything that's going on in the world with the coronavirus and stuff. Kind of made me feel a little bit like I was in control of my situation because I was the one making the decision to get up and go run every single day. And overall, I just really enjoyed it. Thanks for going on this journey with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to subscribe. If not, I kind of get it. It's totally fine. Hope to catch you in the next video. Bye!